And good afternoon, everybody here. Welcome to the 2017 Hardee's National Series. We're here at Mosport. Dylan Schwalmberg and Hernandez lead us down to the green flag here at Mosport, and into the first few corners they go. We've got 42 cars in contention for a potential victory here today at the road course, and this is where the road course arenas are going to be shining here as Luis Hernandez in turn number 1. And at the first few corners there, to be exact, is going to try and hold on to the lead, but Schwalmberg fights back on the outside line. They are both side by side, going for P1 here. There you see Garrett Sidner, one of the top contenders here. We got a lot of points contenders running up front here in the pack here today, and Schwalmberg takes the lead on lap number 1. The great pass on the rest of the field here. Side by side for position, Jake West and Eric DeMax going into the corner, and they make contact, and the 21 is hard into the wall there, and Eric DeMax slams the barrier as well. Heavy contact for the two race cars there, and their days are done just like that. Heavy crash for the two of them. Couple of cars starting near the back of the field here on lap number 2. Chris Dunn, Josh Crash, and Carmichael Jadson are all going at it here for position. This is near around the top 30 range. And there's some contact there. Jadson goes off the course and into the tire barriers goes the 4 machine. Titanium Motorsports continuing to find some struggles here this season. And for Jadson, it's just continued to get worse and worse there. As they put that car down pit lane, the New York Fries Ford is going to have to repair some damage. Milton Campbell's been doing pretty excellent and an excellent job there for the Blue Flare Motorsports team in the 81. Unfortunately, she had a penalty down at Iowa for some aggressive driving, as there you see Mason Gordon trying to get on the move here. He's certainly trying to get some good luck this season here. Mason Gordon really hasn't found a win quite yet for the Makes Enterprise team. The 5 car has found some luck in victory lane, but certainly the 10 car, on the other hand, hasn't had as much luck there. You see Bradley Bishop Jr. also in the charge there, also a candidate for Blue Flare Motorsports, and will be driving next season for that team. So we wish him the best of luck here in the 39 camp. They are certainly one of the few drivers moving up to the Cup side here, and he takes the spot away from Nick Salmon there, with Charlie Smith not too far behind. The Menard machine and the Richmond winner doing really solid for the Athenian Motorsports team, as there you see James Richardson looking underneath. The 3 car there has a good run off the corner there, trying to use the outside line this time around, probably make an arc and a little bit of a diamond into the corner there, but that's a really good high-speed corner to really pass, as well as some of the braking zones here, as lap traffic is in the way for Luis Hernandez. Dylan Schwalmberg sees this as an opportunity to pull away from the rest of the gap here, as Hernandez sits in second. Bobby Jones in third, with Garrett Sidner in that 4th spot here. As there you see here, looking at the rest of the field back here, they are actually a big good battle here between Emil White and Julius Anderson. They are all trying to scatter for positions there. There's Road America winner Johnny Gardner not having a good run today. They have kind of struggled with that race car this weekend, so Johnny Gardner not finding as much luck as he's really wanted to today. Bobby Jones has reeled in Luis Hernandez here in the last few corners here. Hernandez drives it wide. Bobby Jones is going to try and pounce on him, and they make a bit of contact there. Both Martin Motorsports cars are going to be going at it here in the first corner they go. Bobby Jones dives it in hard into the first corner, and here comes Hernandez fighting back on the outside line. Great defending for the 12 car here, as here they come. Hernandez goes up the hill. Bobby Jones yields some room, and looks like Hernandez is going to hold on to the position there, but Bobby Jones is still right on that corner panel of the Heinz machine there. But Hernandez holds on for dear life, and great defending from Luis Hernandez. That's the true defensive line we see from these road course ringers here, as those with experience. This is when it kicks in the most, but they've certainly done a good job here at Canadian Tire to really bring out a show for the fans here. From the back half here, Charlie Smith now trying to get around both Nick Salmon and Bradley Bishop Jr., as well as Milton Campbell, and that is 3 spots within a lap. So Charlie Smith, certainly one of the few cars on the move here, doing a fantastic job in the tight machine, as they're also trying to encounter the slow Carmichael Jadson there, as Milton Campbell's race is getting held up by the 4 team. And a lot of race cars are trying to get around Carmichael Jadson. The back half of the field just struggling to get around them, And there's some contact there, and there goes Scott McCann spinning around right into teammate Julius Anderson as the one car went on two wheels there. A spectacular wreck there, but heavy front side damage to Julius Anderson's machine. I see a lot of cars going off the racetrack, just trying to avoid the carnage there at the end. But a tough break for the Shock Button Racing team. Both cars with damage here in the early going here at Mosport. And here they come into the final few corners here. Blaze McKinney trying to get around Carmichael Jazz, and Josh Crash now trying to make a move on the inside. Here they come, and a bit of contact there, and Josh Crash goes off the track and hard into the tire barrier. Goes the target machine, and that is an end to Josh Crash's day just like that. Tough break for one of the few cars there involved. The Fierce Sport machine out of the going here. And as both cars kind of start near the back, so they really haven't had a good weekend here. Surprisingly, usually these cars are one of the few stronger cars on the grid, but it's rather a tough break to see them in such a predicament here at Mosport. A battle for 18th is on between Lydia Rogers, Alexander Rowe, and there you see the points leader of Cody Llamas. Llamas kind of struggled with the race car here, but they have 2 wins this season. Bit of contact there, as both cars trying to give each other some slack here. 2 Toyotas and then a Ford Mustang not too far behind. Still side by side from the Red Stallion team and Blue Flare. And Rogers gets the run off the corner there, as well as Alexander Rowe. His chances of trying to move up in the point standings, they really haven't had good luck with this 41 team. And there you see points leader Cody Llamas trying to get as many points as he can. He needs to keep his points lead if he wants to be in contention for the championship. Like I said, he comes in here as the points leader, because with a lot of drivers actually gaining some points on Llamas because of this run, this could hurt him quite a lot in the point standing, because a lot of them are inside the top 10 here today. Dylan Schwalmberg has continued to lead for the last couple laps here as he comes down pit lane. A cycle of green flag pit stops are starting here. Schwalmberg leads them down. Hernandez second. Coming in, Mason Gordon in third. There you see Sidner, Smith, Jones, Smith, and there you see Richardson also coming out there. As you see a lot of the other drivers, Milton Campbell also staying out there. Daniel Conway actually not having a wrecked race car for once is in pit lane there with Zach Flickinger. Daniel Conway certainly one of the more unlucky drivers, I guess you can say, in the Hardee's National Series. So certainly they're trying to turn things around here. As there you see Garrett Sidner is currently your leader here, with Bobby Jones now in second, with Charlie Smith in third, and Richardson in fourth. They're not all too far from each other here, and they're all in a solid gap. But we're going to have to wait and see where these leaders will come out, as Dylan Schwalmberg does get a good stop here, with Hernandez and Mason Gordon right behind. Mason Gordon with an excellent stop on that 10 Delphi machine. So certainly they did something right here, and they made probably some good adjustments to that car. So we might see that car faster near the end of this ending. And the second wave of pit stops here are coming into play here. Garrett Sidner, one of the few leaders coming in here. That's pretty much the rest of the field here. Watch the 14 on the right hand side of the screen here. Pay attention to the Office Depot Chevrolet there, as Garrett Sidner's going to try and come out. Schwalmberg takes the lead away yet again. Sidner's not going to get second this time around, but he's probably going to be right in front. He will be in fourth, right behind Luis Hernandez and Mason Gordon, but still rather solid pit stop for that team there. The 20 certainly trying to gain some points on Llamas as well and take the points lead away possibly, as Schwalmberg has a lead, but I think it's dropped down quite a lot here to Luis Hernandez's gap and Mason Gordon. So that kind of does describe the limitations of Curtis Racing in a nutshell. But they're really just trying to get some good points, as well the 14 has had a bit of a slump, but they've been getting back on their little streak of consistency here. But the question is, these other drivers are just as consistent as Schwalmberg themselves, as a battle for position is on. 3 cars within a blanket here. Milton Campbell, Daniel Conway, and Zach Flickinger are all together in a little bit of a pack there. And they all kind of drive it wide there, as Flickinger can't quite get it there, but he's going to try and look low on the right-hand side there. But it's not really going to do much unless he's got the horsepower to really showcase that speed. Bradley Bishop Jr. now trying to get around Bobby Jones for position there, and he does. Great pass from Bradley Bishop Jr. as he takes the spot away. And like I said, he's one of the few drivers to go to Blue Flare Motorsports next year in the Sony Cup Series. Like I said, we do wish him luck, but he's trying to make this run, this team, last as much as he can here, as trying to prove his worth here at Curtis Racing. And the lap car has really held up Dylan Schwallenberg. Luis Hernandez looks low, and he takes the lead away from the 14, a new leader, Dylan Schwallenberg. Or not, wow, I just messed up there. But Luis Hernandez just took the lead away from Dylan Schwallenberg there. Mason Gore now looking for second. And talk about, that was probably one of the worst mistakes I've made today. But as there you see, Mason Gordon will be able to try and take second away there. Schwallenberg drives it a bit wide. And just like that, Schwallenberg will lose the lead due to another case of lap traffic. We've seen this happen before here in the Hardee's National Series, where lap cars get in the way and it costs the leader a potential victory here. And this could be the case for Dylan Schwallenberg today, as Hernandez now still getting held up by the slow chase marks there, as the 10 car and the 14 are still within a blanket, so they almost have an equal chance of going for this victory here today. But this could reel in Garrett Sidner and Charlie Smith. Hernandez now trying on the left hand side this time around, can't quite do it. A bit of contact there as he goes wide, but this is gonna probably help that 12 car a bit actually, as they go into the corner here. A really hard left-hander here into the next two right-hand turns, as Mason Gore now trying to the right-hand side, the outside line there. Schwallenberg trying to go a little bit of more contact there between the 51 and the 10 this time around, and Luis Hernandez now trying to pull a gap away from Mason Gordon and Dylan Schwallenberg. Again, lap cars are rather a nuisance here. James Richardson soon gives the 51 a lesson and finds a way to make the 51 go full on Danny Phantom through the Castrol barriers there. And somehow the 51 magically goes through the pit lane wall. But Chase Marks' race already, he was a lap down from the get-go, but already a tough break for the 51 team. Their luck has gone from bad to worse, and I don't know if they'll get a penalty for that magic trick there. But certainly James Richardson was not happy with the 51 getting in his way. Garrett Sidner has reeled in the third place car. Dylan Schwallenberg drives it a bit wide there. Sidner now looking low again. This 20 car really on a hot streak there. Remember, they're shutting their team down after this season here, so they're also trying to prove their worth, maybe by trying to win the Hardee's championship here. And this is crucial in the point standings. As Sidner goes low, Schwallenberg gives some room there. They almost made a bit of contact there, but certainly trying to use some side draft there. And Sidner takes the spot away. A great pass from the 20, but that also showcasing the Toyota power they had. And remember, Charles Sanford actually won a race for Fuel Buzz Racing just recently, so could this be the same case for the 20 team, or will it be too late? Runner-up Colby Jacks has been struggling with his race car all day with a lot of tightness, and Carlin McDowell turns the Red Baron machine hard into the tires there, and that was a driver's side hit. But the impact was cushioned by those tire barriers. But an end to Colby Jackson's day. He climbed out of his car all right, but rather unhappy with the radio. With the radio of Carlin McDowell there, and he's not going to be happy with her at the end of this one. Luis Hernandez has put a bit of a cushionable gap here with 3 laps to go, but he's got to hold off for those few laps here with lap cars in the way. We've seen what happened with Dylan Schwallenberg. Will Luis Hernandez be held up by the 29, or will he get around them easily? And here they come, 2 laps to go. Luis Hernandez with the lead here. He's wanting to win this championship badly, and has been really close with winning races so far. And well, so far he's actually getting held up by the 29 rather bad. Mason Gordon sees this as an opportunity to get around Luis Hernandez, as the gap is 2.75. But will Mason Gordon catch the 12 in time? There's Garrett Sidner in the picture there. You see the 20 car reeling them both in. He's been running faster laps here, both all in the 119 range actually, but they're all closing in on each other at a fast, rapid rate here. And Hernandez getting held up by lap traffic certainly isn't helping the 12 team at all. They are all trying to tell Debra to yield out of the way, but Hernandez isn't really moving either. So in their defense, I don't know what Hernandez is really doing there, as he's still getting held up on this rodeo. He finally makes a move on the outside line there, but Mason Gordon is right there in the picture. It's really closed in the gap here. And this could be a potential 3-car race, but Mason Gordon has to get around the 29 quickly if he wants to make himself in contention for a victory here, to put himself in the right position to overtake the 12. And to the outside he goes. Here they come to the white flag. One more lap to go here at Mosport. Can Luis Hernandez hold off Mason Gordon and Garrett Sidner? Gordon has closed in on the gap yet again. It is down to almost a second, but it's 0.87. That's the gap right now, but also another lap car is in Hernandez's way, and that will be Wade Brummer himself. So the question is, will Luis Hernandez get around the 15 car, or will the 10 close in on time? A great entry there in the corner there for Mason Gordon. He actually entered that rather low on the racetrack, so that's certainly what he needed. Hernandez drove it a bit wide in the middle groove range, and here they come into the few right-handers here. Hernandez just certainly trying to hold on for dear life. He drives it wide. Here comes Mason Gordon down the inside. He's got a run. Momentum has closed in. He's got a huge run here. Will Mason Gordon implement it just right? He's got to apply it here. He's got some draft, and he's going to try and use a bit of a slingshot maneuver. There are no push to passes, for crying out loud, but down the straightaway they go. They are side by side. Can Mason Gordon get it? Here he comes down the inside, and he does get it. Will he clear him? Yes, he does, in a last lap pass. Mason Gordon coming into the final few corners. Hernandez tries to dive low, but it's not gonna work, and Mason Gordon will win here at Mosport in a wild last lap finish here. And what a run here for Luis Hernandez. He will end up just short. Martin Motorsports certainly gutted here today. They got a win stolen by Mason Gordon. Both Mace Enterprise cars have found victory lane here today in the Hardee's National Series. A fantastic finish here at Mosport. Garrett Sidner will end up in that third spot. Schmalberg fourth. Charlie Smith with a top 5. Great run for the 3 team. Certainly found something good today. And there you see Brandley Bishop Jr. will end up 6th. Jones 7th. BJ Williams a quiet 8th place finish, with the Turner Fenway teammates of Hoffman and Richardson rounding out your top 10. But what a race there at the end. Mason Gordon passes Luis Hernandez on the last lap to take the checkered flag here in a wild, fantastic finish here at this road course. This Canadian road course certainly put on a show for the fans here today. As we'll take you to the results here, as well as Mason Gordon's celebratory burnouts. I did forget that there was a wreck also with 2 to go for the leaders, but for the rest of the field here, Johnny Gardner and David Culpepper collided in both cars, went into the tires. They're both ending their days just like that. That's just something I forgot, but that was really a tough break for them. Johnny Gardner, the Road America winner, obviously not be able to defend today, but heavy damage to the 33 team.